I am Dr. Madison Lee. I have people with me in need of shelter. You must allow us access at once.
I'm sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized civilians allowed inside the Citadel. You'll have to leave now.
Lyons! I know you're in there! I know you can hear me! You open this goddamn door right now!
Watch it, will you?
Madison, I'm surprised to see you here. What can I do for you?
Don't talk down to me, Lyons. I had nowhere else to turn. You must help us. Project Purity has been overrun.
Yes, I'd heard reports of an incident there. What details can you give us?
The Enclave. They've attacked Project Purity. James is dead. There may be more, I don't know. You have to do something.
Then it's as we feared. Madison, I'm sorry this happened. I wish we could have done something.
Then do something now. They've taken over the Purifier. Lyons, they cannot be permitted to have control over it. It's not right.
No. Calm down. You know as well as I do that the Purifier doesn't work. It's useless to them. Perhaps it's time to walk away.
That's not true. James, he found what's been missing. We know how to get it running.
Is that so? Does the Enclave know this?
No, I don't think... I don't know. I just don't know what's happening anymore.
All right, Madison, it'll be okay. Now, this is James's son, I presume? I can see the resemblance.
Yes. He knows what we need. Vault-Tec computer, something to locate equipment. Please help him.
Very well, we'll sort this all out.
Hail.
Hey, you have my condolences. Your father was a good man. Talk to Scribe Jameson. She is our keeper of the scrolls. She will want to know what you have found. She spends most of her time in the archives. You'll find them in A-Ring, near the Great Hall. More than anyone else, I dare say. Certainly enough to know they're the greatest threat the Capital Wasteland has ever faced. The Brotherhood of Steel has encountered the Enclave before, you see. Over 30 years ago, back in California. Then they were led by a President Richardson. Now we've got this Eden to contend with. It matters not now. As before, they seek to control and destroy. All in the guise of restoring order. Your father, I fear, was just the beginning. The Brotherhood is an old organization going back to the years just after the war. We are but a part of it. What would you like to know? The Brotherhood began on the West Coast, and exists there still. We were dispatched to this location many years ago. In truth, the Brotherhood of Steel has been struggling for years, both here and back home. Honor, truth, courage. These virtues seem to have little meaning in these troubled times, I'm afraid. Ah, no. That's the real question, isn't it? Our orders were, and are, to acquire any and all advanced technology. And we have, to the best of our abilities. But when I realized the extent of the super mutant threat, I felt it was my responsibility to aid the people in their struggle against them. Unfortunately, my superiors back west disagree with my assessment of the situation. They feel I've grown too attached to the local populace. And they're right. In any event, the Enclave's arrival changes everything. It's been over 20 years since we arrived, and we've been struggling to contain and eradicate the super mutants for nearly as long. With the arrival of the Enclave, I have a terrible feeling the super mutants are the least of our worries. So be it. Would you believe no? It's pathetic, really, considering we've been fighting those abominations for nearly 20 years. In all that time, all we've managed to do is to contain the threat, hold them back so they don't overrun every blasted settlement out here. But we don't really know anything. Where they're from, why they've infested the DC ruins. And now here we are, holed up in our citadel. Low on resources, low on troops. It's enough to make an old man so very tired. Why, yes. Yes, indeed, there is someone. Our intrepid paladin Gunny trains all initiates in the use of power armor. When they're ready. Under the circumstances, I will allow Gunny to train you as well. You'll find him in the Bailey. I will send word that I've given my approval. Of course.
I need to rest, lie down or something. This is just too much. Rothschild should help you, but don't forget that he's Brotherhood. I've never trusted them. Be careful what you tell them.
Welcome to the Citadel. Just remember, you're a guest in our home. I expect you to behave yourself.
Father, might I have a word?
And now an update on our very own Urban Defender. Did he leave that vault just to help us? Who cares, man? We all light away.
Welcome. I'm sorry, but I really don't have time to talk right now. Perhaps Scribe Jameson could help.
The brother... May I start by saying that I am sorry for your loss. I was acquainted with your father many years ago. The world has lost one of its few remaining visionaries. Think nothing of it. Now, Dr. Lee has explained your predicament. You need to locate some Vault-Tec equipment? Are you quite sure? I suspect that would be a waste of time. Regardless, the Brotherhood is not in possession of such a device. There is, however, a way in which we may be able to ascertain the location of one. Possibly. I'm afraid I won't be able to assist you directly. The news Dr. Lee has brought will require me to be elsewhere. I can, however, give you access to an old pre-war computer from Vault-Tec. It may have the information you need.
You'll find the terminal in the archives in the A-Ring.
You are welcome. If you require further assistance, I may be able to help.
Turns out the live atomic bomb in the town center has finally been
Hail.
Welcome to the Citadel. Just remember, you're a guest in our home. I expect you to behave yourself.
You honor us with your presence here. Hail, outsider. I am Scribe Jameson. Word of your ordeal has spread. I am truly sorry for the loss of your father. But if I can help you in any way, please let me know. Paladin Gunny can train you, but you'll need permission from Elder Lyons first. You can usually find him near the lab. Well, there are a number of orders within the scribes, each dedicated to a specific area of research. The Order of the Sword is responsible for weapons research and development. Guns, ammunition, anything of an offensive nature. Defensive research is done by the Order of the Shield. Power armor, defensive structures, anything that is intended to protect us. The Order of the Quill preserves the written knowledge of the ancients, seeking out all manner of books and holotapes. Actually, I am Proctor of the Order of the Quill. I oversee the archives and library here in the Citadel. We are dedicated to preserving the history of the Brotherhood, as well as unearthing the secrets of the pre-war civilizations. We have a single field associate, Scribe Yearling. She operates out of the former Library of Congress to the northeast. Certainly. You have? Oh my. This brings to light a sad affair for the Brotherhood, but perhaps it is something that you can assist us with. If you have the time, I have an offer for you. Good. As I'm sure you've noticed, the Brotherhood operates all over the DC ruins, often detached from the main base here at the Citadel. We're short on communication equipment, so many of the groups in the field operate as independent cells, without standing orders. Sometimes, I'm afraid that their missions end in their deaths. As Keeper of the Scrolls, it's my charge to write of each fallen brother's deeds. Exactly. A brother fallen in the field may have no one to carry word of his death back to me. In calmer times, we could send detachments and messengers to learn their fates, but with our manpower stretched thin, we have no such luxury. Which is why I must now ask you for your help. Each brother wears a holotag like the one you found. Should you find any of the fallen brethren in the field, I ask that you return their tags to me, so that I might record their deeds in the scrolls. Scrolls are kept by the head librarian of each Brotherhood bunker. The scrolls are a record of the Brotherhood itself. Into each scroll is written the name and deeds of each of our brothers. Battles, what technology is recovered, when he was promoted, everything. The last entry for each brother is that brother's death. It is important, as the way a man dies is just as important as the manner in which he lives. And so, each man who nobly serves the Brotherhood ascends into our history, to be remembered by those who come after him. They are on our fallen brothers throughout the DC ruins. However, I can't give you a full report on the locations of all of our operations. As I said, many of the units in the field operate independently, sometimes not reporting into the Citadel for weeks or months. As I told you, with the increase in super mutant activity and Elder Lion's edicts regarding our goals, we are critically short on manpower. Any soldier that I would ask to do this task is one less soldier fighting in the field or defending the Citadel. As much as I hate to involve outsiders, it is necessary if I am to properly maintain the scrolls to honor the dead. We have access to a great deal of technology, and because of that, there are a number of things that we can continue to produce. I will be able to offer you caps for the tags you bring me, but from time to time, I will be able to give you something a bit more interesting. Ah, one of my favorite subjects, of course. What would you like to know? We believe in technology, in the triumph of the creations of the ancients over the horrors and evils of the wasteland. We believe in trust. Trust in technology. Trust in our fellow brothers. Trust in our elders. Ah, and we believe in victory. Our forces have dwindled, but still we fight on. Super Mutant, Enclave, it matters not. Surrender is not an option. Elder Lyons leads us. Star Paladin Cross is his seneschal. Sentinel Lyons, the Elder's daughter, commands the Lion's Pride, our elite combat squad. The Paladins lead the Knights. The Knights are the core of the Brotherhood. They scour the waste to eliminate evil and recover technology. Scribe Rothschild oversees the scribes in their duties to seek knowledge and restore the technology the Brotherhood has acquired. We first arrived in the capital wasteland in 2255. In those first couple of years, we discovered the Citadel, super mutants, and Project Purity. Ah, the Purifier. What an undertaking. The work your father and his team did was amazing. The Brotherhood helped protect them, you know, at least for a little while. But we were stretched thin as it was, even back then. We had to pull our forces out. When we did, the place was overrun. I imagine that's when your father left. I'm sorry. I wish things had turned out differently. Very well. I'm sure Gunny could train you, but he won't. Not without permission from Elder Lyons. You should ask him. He's usually near the lab. Quite a few. But most are distinctly unladylike and unworthy of discussion. I will tell you that the Brotherhood has encountered the Enclave before, and their motives were just as sinister then as they are now. The Brotherhood has been battling super mutants for decades. First out west, then in Chicago, now here. But this group of super mutants is different somehow. Physically, yes, but mentally as well. If we knew where they came from, we'd know why. Go with peace and knowledge. I have those results you asked for. I sent them over to your state.
Scribe Rothschild wanted those AMS tests done right away, so I went ahead and handled it for you. Hail. Welcome.
Welcome.
You honor us with your presence here.
Need something, friend?
Hail.
What I wouldn't do to get my hands on one of those Enclave vertebrates.
Welcome. You honor us with your presence here.
Hail.
I've been getting more and more reports of these mercenary maniacs.
The elders sent word of your arrival. I am Scribe Peabody. Welcome, etc. Now, I'm really very busy. Is there something you needed? Until next time.
Did you have any success with that old terminal? Ah, well, that much I believe I can help with. Step over here for a moment. I'll show you where it is. This map shows the locations of all known vaults in the local area. Vault 87 has been highlighted for you. There. Entrance to Vault 87 will be particularly difficult for you, I'm afraid. The area is highly irradiated. Lethal levels are all around the entrance. Gaining direct access will be quite impossible. Quite simply, you don't. To attempt such a thing would be certain death for you. You share your father's determination, it seems. And in this case, you are correct. There may well be another way. Vault 87 is located very close to the site of Lamplight Caverns. It is entirely probable that the vault may be entered from within the caves. No, I'm afraid not. After initial attempts to cross the radiation failed, it was decided to focus our efforts elsewhere. You, however, are free to do as you choose. More exploration may be useful, and I'll certainly be interested in anything you might find. I wish we could do more, but the Brotherhood potentially faces a very pressing, very real threat in the Enclave. All of my efforts must now be devoted to assessing the threat they may pose to us. I'm sure you understand.
There's been a shutdown in the port shoulder systems.
You honor us with your presence here. Need something, friend? Hail.
Enclave strength is at 100%. They're getting reinforcements from somewhere, but we still haven't determined the location.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
For all you guys and gals tempted by the thought of scabbing in the downtown DC ruins, here's a tip.
Super mutants, Enclave, they all bleed the same. No worries.
Do not interfere with security operations.
This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power. If you can hear this, please stop looking for your dad and help stop mine. I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing this, and if you still care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Message repeats. This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power. If you can hear this, please stop looking for your dad and help stop murder. I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing this, and if you still care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Message repeats. This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but...
Stop right there. I don't know how you got in here, but... Hold on. Wait a minute. It's you! I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here combined.
Message repeats. This is
Whoa, whoa,
an
whoa!
automated
Calm down there.
distress message
Amada's
from
not in any danger.
Vault Tech.
I mean,
Vault
we're all in a sort of a
101.
rough patch, but we've
Message
weathered worse.
begins.
But sorry to say, if you're back, there's going to be trouble with some folks. And if Amada's wrapped up in it, there'll be trouble for her too.
Things got worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power.
Maybe.
If you can hear this,
She isn't
please
the
stop
only
looking for
one,
your
that's
dad
for
and
sure.
help stop mine.
Ever since last night, it's been madness down here.
If you're hearing
Nothing
this,
but
and if you
trouble.
still care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Let me bring you up to
Message
speed.
repeats.
It seems like
This
it's been a
is
mighty long
an
time.
automated
The night you and your
distress
dad
message
left,
from
everything went
Vault Tech.
crazy. Between the
Vault
bugs and the
101.
confusion, we lost a lot of people.
Message
When your
begins.
dad opened up that gate,
Feels
he
like you
let
left
loose
home
a
long
whole
time
lot
ago,
of
but I know
crap,
you're still out there.
if you'll
I just
pardon my
hope you're
language.
still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left.
I'm
My father's gone
I'm sorry
mad
to hear
with
that.
power.
Regardless of how things turned out down
Please stop looking for your
here,
dad and help stop mine.
he was a good friend.
I changed the door password
I
to
always
my
figured
name.
he'd
If
do
you're
well
hearing this,
outside.
and if you still
Matter of
care enough
fact,
to help me,
a lot of
you
folks
should
started
remember it.
thinking he had the right idea.
Message repeats.
He usually did.
This is
So,
an
if it was safe out
automated
there,
distress
why stay
message
down here
from
forever?
Vault Tech.
Well, the Overseer didn't like that one bit,
101.
and started cracking
Message
down on that sort of
begins.
thought.
It feels
Guess
like
he
you
didn't
left home a
plan
long
on
time
you
ago,
coming
but
back.
I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive.
I
to
can't
hear
do
this.
that. Not officially, at
Things
least.
got worse
As
after
much
you
as some of the
left.
rebels
My
would like to
father's gone
talk with
mad
you, the
power.
Overseer said you
If
weren't
you can
welcome
hear this,
back.
please stop looking for your dad and
Of
help
course,
stop
if you
mine.
survived whatever's
I
out
changed the
there,
door password to
none
my
of
name.
us could
If
stop
you're
you
hearing
if you
this,
really
and
wanted
if
to
you
cause
still care enough
problems.
to help me, you
But
should
I'd
remember
prefer
it.
if you don't.
Message
But out of
repeats.
respect to your dad, I
This
could turn a
is
blind
an
eye.
automated
You could slip
distress
out and
message
say
from
you were
Vault
never
Tech.
here.
Vault
I won't tell a soul.
101. Message begins.
It feels
It's
like you
not
left
that they
home a long
want
time
to
ago,
leave.
but
It's that
I
they
know you're
want to
still
open
out
the
there.
door
I
and
just
interact with the
hope
rest
you're
of the
still alive
world.
to hear this.
But that would risk the whole
Things got
vault.
worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power.
I guess you've had a lot on your
If you can hear
mind
this,
since
please
you were
stop
here
looking for
last.
your dad and help
Where do you
stop
want to
mine.
go?
I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing
Okay.
this, and if you
Follow
still
me.
care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Message repeats. This is an auto.
That's it, old man. We're opening that door, and to hell with the Overseer's rules.
You know I can't do that, Freddy. Now get back down below
Watch it, will you?
before I have to
Stay
do
out of
something we'll
this.
both regret.
What? You're gonna lock me up like you did to Broch? You can't cage a tough... Damn. Look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us. What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here. Man, screw the entire vault. What about me? Even these rebels just want the option to go outside for lousy trading and stuff. I just want to get the hell out of here for good. Why stay here and be stuck as a barber for my entire life when I could go out there and make my own choices? The damned goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference. I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Hey, play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh? Yeah, but I'm thinking it'll be a new gang. We ain't gonna just be in tunnels, you know. Besides, there's gonna be a lot more people who want to join. Competition's gonna be tough. I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh? Catch you later. Maybe.
Oh my God, you're back! You got my message and actually came back. Oh, thank you. Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight. I just wish we could have saved more people. Jonas and the Hannons and so many others died that night. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then, I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives. After that night, I heard Wally's father say we should never have taken you or your dad into the vault. I found out the vault used to be open, but for some reason, they closed it off when we were babies and swore to hide that it had ever happened. But keeping that lie meant Jonas's death. And even though we know the truth, the Overseer still won't let us make our own decisions. You're absolutely right. It's not like we want to abandon the vault or anything. Well, Butch does, but he's too big a coward to go out on his own. Most of us had accepted that the outside was certain death, and things would always stay the same down here. But now we know they don't have to be. After all, it was enough to get you and your dad to leave, so there must be something good out there. I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he's really doing is condemning us. I thought parents were supposed to want a better world for their children. Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door, and we're not going to give up until we can reach it. Don't you get it? We don't want to abandon the vault. We want to open it. We still want this to be our home, but we want to get supplies from outside. Trading, exploring, anything's better than just hiding down here. The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs. And he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to. I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this. You will? Thank goodness for that. No matter what I say, he just doesn't listen. He just spends all day up in his office. But you've actually been outside, so you can tell him what it's like with first-hand experience. Just Please don't do anything rash or hurt him, all right? I should have remembered. I was just worried. I don't know, maybe your time outside had changed you. Thanks, and good luck talking to him. Let me know when you change his mind.
Ah, another patient. What's it to be, eh? Appendectomy? Tonsillectomy? Hysterectomy? Ah, human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And, as you can see, I've been quite busy. Ah, yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but to amputate the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success. But of course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new vault medical practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all. Of course. Don't let me keep you.
I never thought you'd be back. Man, I sure wish we could blow this joint.
What's the big idea?
You never should have left, kid. Now we'll make sure nobody ever leaves again.
There you are.
Oh!
Where?
Ah!
The overseer's gonna hear about this.
Some more!
Well, I see you've returned. Done with the dust and ruins of the wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted. That would be where you're wrong, young man. By locking down this vault, I'm protecting its future. In fact, I was protecting its future when I had to make those unpleasant choices the night you and your father abandoned us. I only wish I could have stopped your father before he left. If anyone's to blame for the unpleasantness, it's him. Spoken like someone who's never had to make difficult decisions. Like someone who's never had to lead. Jonas was leaving with your father. Their departure would lead to others leaving as well. And before you know it, half of the vault would be gone. And then, our home, the last safe, pure bastion of humanity, would be reduced to a lonely handful of aging holdouts, too few to continue. I'm afraid you're the short-sighted one here. I'm simply keeping them safe and untouched by the war above. The real danger are the rebels and insurgents who insist on risking all of our lives just to die out there in the wastes. If they weren't trying to throw our lives away like that, we could go back to the peaceful life we once had. Everyone would be happy again. They have to understand that we did that to keep them from going outside and getting killed. To keep them from making the same mistake our generation did when we were their age. Some of us already lost loved ones out there long ago. We won't lose any more today. To fix what you started? Go ahead and humor me. Oh, do you? What makes you think you know how better to protect this vault? The previous overseers were idiots, and we nearly died because of their naivete. I'm simply trying to make up for their mistakes. In a generation or two, no one will remember it ever happened, and we'll still be the safest, purest humans left. But for that to happen, we can't let ourselves be further tarnished by outsiders. I deeply doubt it, but your naive ramblings do have a certain entertainment value. You always have held a certain sway with them that neither I nor my guards have enjoyed. All right, then. Go to my daughter and convince her to leave this rebellious nonsense behind. What do you want? Of course.
What's the big idea?
Don't you know enough to stay away? I didn't mean to fire. I really didn't. I just wanted to scare him off. But he had a knife. I can't be too careful with those rebels. I tell you, I'm scared of them. I never know when they're gonna try something dangerous. I lost my poor wife Agnes is what happened. And all the chaos and fighting, her old ticker just couldn't take it anymore. Yes, you do. Cut it out!
I never thought you'd be back.
I hope you're making progress with my father. I can't imagine anyone else who would convince him we should venture outside. But the vault used to be open, and we're still here, aren't we? It worked back then, so why wouldn't it work now? No, they're just afraid we'll screw up and get hurt. They just won't accept that we can take care of ourselves. Please convince the Overseer to stop the lockdown.
What do you want? To fix what you... All right. What do you want? Oh, do you? The mission of this vault has always been to ensure a safe haven for pure humans. We owe it to our species to keep that mission. To fix what you I expected nothing less from you. Ah! Oh!
Why don't you look where you're going? Don't you know enough to stay away?
Hey, what's the word?
You don't belong here anymore.
I just heard. The Overseer, my father, is dead. What's more, some of the people are saying I should be the new Overseer. It's just all so sudden. Oh, I will, believe me. We can open up limited trade with nearby settlements and other areas, and see the world we've been missing. But it's still important that I protect our vault, and keep the people within it safe from the dangers of the wasteland. Even when those dangers have helped us in the past. And that makes the rest of this even harder. I realize that, and I don't blame you. If you hadn't been here, maybe one of us would have done the same. You saved us. But that doesn't change the fact that you killed the Overseer in cold blood to do it, and I can't let that sort of thing stand here. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.
It's a shame you gotta go, but you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
What have you done?
Look what we have here. Where? Where? Thought I heard something. Where? thought I heard something.
Oh!
Where? I'm hit! I'm hit! Hey! Where?